Welcome to the Parsha Perspective. Each week, we will delve deep in a weekly Torah portion to find a practical and insightful way to enhance your daily life. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Rabbi Shalom Yemini, and each week we will look into the weekly Torah portion to find practical and insightful ways to enhance your daily life. This week's Parsha Perspective is dedicated by the Pershin family in honor of their father's birthday. May he have success, health, and much nachas from his entire family. This week's Parsha Perspective is in honor of the complete and speedy recovery of Fayga Sarah Bas Gittel, Sasson Betzalel Ben Batya, Shaul Ben Berta, and Sapir Bas Ariela. This week's Parsha Perspective is dedicated in memory of Shlomo ben Edward and Edward ben Shaul. May their souls be uplifted and their memories a blessing. This Shabbos is an extremely special Shabbos as it is Yud Shevat, the day the Rebbe became Rebbe in 1951. I will speak more about that at the end of this podcast. This week's Parsha is Parsha Bo. Our Parsha begins with Moshe and Aaron warning Parai about the upcoming plague of locusts. After Moshe and Aaron left, Parai's ministers begged him to set the Jewish nation free. They argued that the Egyptian people were suffering excessive amounts of pain. Parai then called back Moshe and Aaron and told them that they can go serve God in the desert, but they must leave their children behind as collateral. Moshe and Aaron rejected his offer, and Parai stubbornly refused to allow the Jewish nation to go without no prior conditions. When the plagues of locusts and darkness concluded, Parai called back Moshe and offered him to let the Jewish nation leave without their animals. When Moshe refused, Parai sent him away with a strong warning never to appear in his presence again. As the pasuk writes, "You shall no longer see my face, for the day you will see my face, you shall die." The last makkah, the last plague, was the passing of all firstborn, and it began at midnight and started to wreak havoc amongst the Egyptian people. As the death toll rose, Parai, a firstborn, a Bechor himself, ran to Moshe and told him immediately to lead the Jewish nation out of Egypt. The Jewish people then gathered their belongings and the Egyptian valuables and left Egypt midday on the 15th of Nisan. However, a question comes to mind. Before the last makkah, the last plague, Hashem told Moshe to have the Jewish people take a small lamb tied to their bedpost for 4 days. They were then to use this lamb as the Pesach sacrifice and sprinkle its blood on their doorpost, so Hashem will skip them during the last plague, the killing of all firstborn. As the pasuk writes, "Vayahadam lachem le'ois alabatim asher atem sham v'reisi es adam upasachti alechem v'loyia b'chon negef lemashchis bekosi b'ert Mitzrayim." And the blood on the houses where you shall stay shall be a sign for you. And when I see the blood, I shall pass over you, so no plague will destroy you when I strike the land of Egypt. But why did the Jewish nation need a sign for themselves if it was God who had to see the sign to pass over them when killing the Egyptian firstborn? One of the many answers that is given is that the word la'os in Hebrew can be translated into a few different ways, and here it means miracle. When Hashem said, "V'haya hadam lechem la'os," he was saying that this blood will be for you a miracle that I will save you. As the pasuk continues, "V'reisi es adam ufasachti alechem," and I will see the blood and I shall pass over you. We have the same translation for this word in the prayer we recite every day before Yashar, the Song of the Sea. "Vayitin osai sumavsim," and you have given miracles and amazing wonders against Parai and all of his people. However, the Al-Shech HaKadosh, Rav Moshe Al-Shech, gives a deeper and more profound explanation. He quotes Rashi, who writes that the blood indeed was a sign for the Jewish nation. And in fact, Rashi details that the blood was actually spread on the interior doorpost, so that they will see it and the Jewish nation will recognize God's power over the universe. The Al-Shech explains that Hashem wanted the Jewish nation to show their willingness to be redeemed. They need to demonstrate to Hashem that although some are comfortable where they are, they genuinely want to be saved and taken out of Egypt. And this is why Hashem first told the Jewish people that the blood on the houses shall be a sign for you. For it is a bold action that is an indication of your desire to leave Egypt. And then I, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, will save you with a great display of strength and choose you as my people, as my nation. As it says in Medrash Rabbah and Shir HaShirim, "Pischu li kechut shamachat, v'ani eftach lachem pischut shel ulam." Hashem says to the Jewish nation, "My children, open for me an opening like the eye of a needle, and I will enlarge it to the opening of the size of the ulam, the hall, the great hall of the Beis Hamikdash." In our daily life, it is imperative that we understand that it takes nothing to stand on the sidelines with the rest of the masses. But it takes real courage and determination to defend your beliefs and values to an ever-growing opposition. However, that is when your true self comes out and your soul shines. This lesson is ever more prevalent as this Shabbos is Yud Shevat. the 71st anniversary since the Rebbe assumed leadership in 1951. The Rebbe's mission was simple: to not stand on the sidelines, but instead actively seek out every single Jew and help them serve God. So as we mark this special anniversary, allow me to suggest a practical idea. During the next month, reach out to someone you know and help them do a mitzvah and inspire them to do the same as well. There's an amazing quote by the Rebbe: if you see what needs to be repaired and how to repair it, you have found a piece of the world that God has left only for you to complete. Have a meaningful and inspirational Shabbos. Thank you for tuning in to the Parsha Perspective. Check out our website, theparshaperspective.com. Send thoughts and comments to theparshaperspective@gmail.com. Till next time, thanks for listening.